Hello everyone, my name is Jordan Farmer, and this is once again episode 2 of the Uncommon Ground podcast. I already did one, but the one I released originally was not up to par for me, so I wanted to do another one to give a more complete picture than I did originally. I don't think I fully achieved the goal that I was going for with that first video. So to start off, why I'm doing this podcast, which is fixing the economy, is obviously because we're in the midst of a very, very steep recession, the worst one since the Great Depression, that was brought on by the lockdowns, because once all economic activity, or once large amounts of economic activity are forced to be stopped suddenly, obviously the economic activity is going to go down. We peaked at about 25 million people out of work, starting off with a couple million, and since then we have actually, and the Trump administration and Congress deserve credit for this, between the policies that they've instituted and the reopenings that have taken place, at least partially, we've brought back 9 million of those jobs that were lost, about 22 million jobs that were lost, which is good, but we have a long ways to go, and it looks like that trend might be slowing down a bit. I mean, 9 million jobs in 3 months is a great trend, it's a great rate, but we have a long ways to go. We have 13 million or 15 million, depending on how you want to calculate it, jobs we still need to fill, and that's quite a stretch, and the stimulus that they already passed probably will not get us all the way there. Especially because many states are still locked down, so recovery is not possible in a certain sense, in certain areas. So that's a problem. But I also wanted to make this video fixing the economy because economics is one of those issues that really transcends borders. It's a human issue. It's a survival issue, a cost of living, or a quality of life issue. And so it applies to basically everybody, and good or bad economic policies mean a better or a worse life for millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people. Not just within our borders, but because we trade. If our economy is richer, we can do more trade with other countries. We can enrich them more. It helps everybody. So good economic policies are just, almost automatically and inherently good, but I have come across some people who don't value them as much as I do, so that's my pitch. Helps lots of people's lives. I hope that matters to you. And so the recession obviously is part of the reason, and also it's an issue that applies to everybody. And if you understand the history of our economic within the frame of American politics, if you understand our economic history, you can better understand where we're at, why we are where we are, what the obstacles to solving the problems we all want to solve are. And also, economics is a very universal. The goals are pretty universal for economics across the political spectrum. Everyone wants high wages. Everyone wants economic growth. Everyone wants everyone to be successful, and good economic policies are pretty objective, in my opinion. They're not as subjective or value oriented as many other political issues are. So it's a lot more black and white, a lot more systematic and structured. So